One day I was watching a Twitch stream from Mewton, but I only got to see the bare end of it. The interesting part was that he was promoting a league which had an acronym of GLS, and it was interesting because if you finish in the top 3 in that league, you win money, and that caught my interest. And it had 3 categories. The first one, which was on Mondays, was the private one, which you win the most money, but it is the least probable to get in because, well, you'll need to be pretty much invited and have lots of contacts and probably be a content creator that is pretty much popular in Mexico, which isn't me. And second one, which is on Tuesdays, is the gold one, which is the lowest here, and yeah, the one that wins the least amount of money. And still, it is decent money. $40 if you win the championship, $20 if you finish third. Decent money. And then the third one, which is on Wednesdays, is the diamond category, which is the middle tier, and it is like most pros go there if they don't have much popularity in the content creation in Mexico. So, well, unfortunately I couldn't join in these leagues because I was having some events, some school events myself. But then some weeks later, Mewton invites me to join the Gold League, and because it was on Tuesdays, well, I decided to join them because I was pretty much available in these days. And so I begin my last stage on F124, the GLS. And we begin on round number 1 in Australia. Just to tell you, it is a 12 race season, and these 12 races are the first half of the F1 2025 real life calendar. So that's the reason we begin in Australia. So I begin qualifying, and it is raining right now, and I set a time of 1:27.053, which puts me into 4th. But rain will get lighter eventually, so I cannot conform with this time, because as it gets lighter we have more grip, and as we have more grip we should get better lap times. Unfortunately, in the next few laps I invalidated them, and at the end of qualifying I had only one more try, and unfortunately I ended up crashing exiting a corner, and that's how it ended my qualifying. So I ended up starting in P13 alongside my teammate Ismail. We see that Spectre qualifying on pole with a time of 1:25.233, and Valian in second. Third place was First Killer, and fourth was Andres Sanchez. So it was 2 rows, Sauber and McLaren. So I'll be starting on mediums, just like almost everybody else, and with 52 kilograms of fuel, we are gonna begin the season opener in Australia, and I am on their way, and it's a decent start for me, and I took it carefully, and now a Williams overtook me, and oof, that was some traffic jam. I got stuck in it, and now I'm down to P15. That's not a good place, and I overtake a Ferrari into turn 3 down the inside. Oh boy, someone is already out of the race, and now I get into P12. That was some lucky thing, and I see that some of them are going wheel to wheel fight, and I try to overtake Racer, and looks like he's got a front wing damage. and Arturo tries to overtake me. Please don't do it, please don't do it, and we are wheel to wheel and head into turns 9, 10, and now Arturo overtook me and pushes me. Why that is such hard racing now? And oh my god, I almost get into the wall with Arturo, and the Racing Bulls just overtook me once again, and Pesh was not going so well, ran wide, and that's how I end a chaotic first lap. Arturo is now down to P12, and I try to overtake him. He's, I think, the only one who started on hards, and we're wheel to wheel. Arturo won the fight. He had better straight line speed, and well, they are now enabled, and I'm now stuck with these two drivers. Laps passed, and I only could get up into P12, and a safety car got deployed. The first full course safety car of the entire season. Lap 4. I decided to stay on mediums, and some of them boxed, and so ending that I got up into P8. And on lap 9 I got up into P7 after Spectre boxed during a virtual safety car, and the racer ran wide into turn 7, and I overtook him heading into turn 8, and now Arthur is the one who is ahead of me, and that means that I'm up into P5 with the penalties applied. Hopefully I don't exceed more track limits, and if I maintain like that, we'll end up pretty well. But remember that some drivers have already boxed, and I am risking for another safety car which is not certain, and I might mess it up if there isn't any for the entirety of the race. Which it did happen, and on lap 13 my mediums were so worn out that I had to box without a safety car, and to make matters worse I got a 10-second time penalty because I went too fast in the pit lane. Although the pit stop was pretty much decent, but now I get that at 10 seconds, and to make it even worse I already got a 3-second time penalty for too much exceeding for the track limits, and we dropped down to P12. I must pull a miracle in order to finish pretty high. As the race was coming to an end, I slowly came up to P8 on track, and a safety car got deployed once again, and because there was 4 laps to go, I decided to go for softs. The good news is that I can serve my 10-second time penalty, and that, never mind, I got another 10-second time penalty. I forgot to go at the speed limit. Oh my god, I forgot! I don't know how to go to the speed limit anymore. Now it's over. It's over. I don't know how will I do it, but nah, it's over. Yeah, it's ruined. It's ruined. And on the final lap, I got up into P8, and then 2 towers crashed, and I got up into P6. But all of that will be nullified by my immense penalty, and the driver that is behind me has 12 seconds of penalties accumulated, still will finish ahead of me because he's less than a second behind me, and well, that's how my race went. Such a bad start of the season, finishing P12. We see that Andres Sanchez won the race, followed by Faster, and then Tano. All that I could have done if I knew how to go in the speed limit in the pit lane. You know what's worse? Let's go to the next race in China. So it was sprint round, so qualifying was only a single lap instead of being 18 minutes. And fortunately, I could get up into P6, but in the sprint race, it all went downhill. As on lap 2, I get spun around into turn 6, dropping down to P10, and on lap 9, got sent into a wall by Pesh and DNF.
Well, what happened? Let me know.
Honestly, I don't want to talk about it, but hopefully I can perform well in the race, right? Well, at least I got to qualify pretty decently with a time of 1:31.7, which qualifies me into P7. But now, we're gonna start the second round of GLS Gold, and it's raining a little bit, and we are underway with 51 kilograms of fuel and intermediate tires, and I head into turn 1 that turns into turn 2, and I am wheel to wheel with Franchot, my esports teammate, and it looks like I'm going pretty decently, but I am a little bit squeezed and my esports teammate tries to overtake me into the inside into turn 6, and I decide to defend my position and I go to the outside, and Andres Sanchez, I think he's going so badly, and oof, Sanchez tries to push me wide and I get up in P6 hopefully, and I sure did, and Andres Sanchez re-overtook me. Now we're back into P7, but in the next few laps I was still in P7 and a driver got out of the race, and that deployed a virtual safety car, and now it got converted into a full core safety car. Let's see if I can box for hearts. Yeah, I think so. Rain has stopped, but the thing is that the track might be still pretty much wet, but well, let's find out. Even though I was having some issues with the grip, I still decided to stay out. But I don't know why, but I was leaving the car and letting the AI drive my car, and I made a mistake of doing that thing because the AI was sending me into the pits to, well, to put me back into interest, but no, I wanted to stay out and I did it too late, and now I lost so many seconds, and this is where it all starts to get even worse, maybe even worse than the previous round, and it is because of the safety car. I did not recover much from it. I drove like garbage, and on lap 19 I lost control exiting one of these spiraling corners, and I got spun around by front shot and got my front wing damaged, and so I had to box for new front wing and 4 mediums, and finish in a shameful 12th. And well, here goes my chances to get into P3 in the championship. Looks like it's pretty much over, and all I can do is going in the midfield. That was such a terrible start to the season. These 2 races are to forget. Let's see if Japan is the other way around.